Ferrari's 2023 season was a disappointment, securing only one win after their promising start in 2022. However, the team is now aiming for a major comeback with a revamped car designed to provide a more user-friendly experience for its drivers. What modifications did Ferrari make to their car, and what are their prospects for the upcoming season? Let's delve into it. In the wake of a lackluster 2023 season, Ferrari found itself in dire need of improvement. Despite sporadic flashes of speed, the iconic team struggled with an erratic car, only hitting its stride in the latter stages of the championship, ultimately settling for a third-place finish in the constructors' standings. Team boss Vasseur highlighted the challenge. The car was fast but difficult to drive smoothly. Responding to the challenges, Ferrari embarked on a radical transformation, crafting a vehicle that driver Charles Leclerc described as healthier and in a better place. The aim was clear: to bridge the gap between raw speed and driver comfort, addressing the intricacies that plagued their previous model. Yet, the true litmus test lies ahead. While simulations offer insights, it's the intensity of race weekends that truly defines a car's prowess. Every lap, every corner presents an opportunity for affirmation or a call back to the drawing board. For Ferrari, there's no margin for error, especially with the impending arrival of Lewis Hamilton in 2025, intensifying the spotlight on the team's performance. The journey to developing their 2024 car began during the 2023 Dutch Grand Prix. Instead of focusing solely on that race, they used some of the practice sessions to test different things with the car. Sacrificing some track time was a risk, but it paid off. They learned a lot about what was causing their car's problems. After the Dutch Grand Prix, Ferrari analyzed the data they collected. This gave them valuable insights into what they needed to fix. Leclerc said the team now knew exactly where they had to improve and what direction to take. Everyone was on board with the changes, and it all made sense. As the season progressed, Ferrari continued to fine-tune their car. In Japan, they introduced a new floor to help the car handle better in windy conditions. Each adjustment showed Ferrari's dedication to making their car the best it could be. Now, after 6 months of hard work, they're unveiling their latest creation, the SF24. Enrico Cardile, Ferrari's technical director for chassis and aerodynamics, explains that they've completely revamped the car's architecture. This move isn't unique to Ferrari. Many teams are taking similar steps to stay competitive. The SF24 brings significant changes, especially in its aerodynamics, aimed at improving drivability. Unlike some teams, Ferrari decided to stick to their own ideas rather than mimicking Red Bull's aerodynamics. They're determined to forge their own path. At the season launch, they admitted that the SF23's drivability limited lap times for drivers like Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. To challenge the current champions, they knew they had to make big improvements, and that is what they have done with the SF24. They're aiming for a car that's not just fast in qualifying, but also consistently competitive throughout the race. Envisioning the SF24, Cardile articulates a vision of harmony between speed and stability. He stated, "The intention will be to put together the two worlds, keeping having a competitive car in quali, but with a platform more friendly, more exploitable also during the race, with a better performance in race." When asked if Ferrari can bridge the gap with Red Bull, Cardile remained cautiously optimistic, recognizing the challenge ahead while refraining from premature speculation. Cardile stated, "Difficult to say and pointless to guess because, in a few days, we will see how much we close this gap." With anticipation mounting, the impending races will serve as the ultimate litmus test, revealing the fruits of Ferrari's labor and their capacity to contend for the championship title. But before that, we know you wouldn't want to miss out on more exclusive content like this. So, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with all the latest in the world of Formula One. Let us move on. What do Ferrari drivers think of the SF24? Leclerc vividly remembers his first few laps in the SF23, the previous Ferrari car. He wasn't happy with how the car behaved, finding it very hard to drive. Every change in weather or track conditions seemed to affect how the car was handled. But when he got behind the wheel of the new SF24 for a test drive, he noticed something different. However, Leclerc is quick to point out that this initial experience doesn't necessarily mean the car is competitive. It will take time and a few races, especially considering how different each track can be in places like Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and Australia. Reflecting on past seasons, Leclerc emphasizes the need for patience in assessing a car's performance across different circuits. Sometimes you can have a very strong package on one track, and you get to another track, and you are struggling much more. Indeed, the nature of each track can significantly influence a car's performance, requiring thorough evaluation over several races. Carlos Sainz shares Leclerc's cautious optimism. He acknowledges that it's easy to feel confident at this point in the season when nobody knows each other's lap times or how other cars are performing. Let's take a closer look at the details of this car and what makes this car stand out. The SF24's design raises eyebrows, especially the aerodynamic devices around the cockpit. For the first time since 2019, Ferrari has removed the horn-like flow conditioners near the air intake. Instead, they've gone for a smaller triangular intake design to minimize the impact of low-energy airflow on the rear wing. They've also added some aerodynamic enhancements around the cockpit, particularly at the halo attachment points. These additions are aimed at optimizing airflow and maintaining aerodynamic efficiency. In the world of Formula One, even the smallest details matter greatly, especially when it comes to the way a car moves through the air. Ferrari's focus on making their 2024 car efficient shows how serious they are about winning races. They're paying close attention to how air flows around the car because even the tiniest changes can affect how fast it goes. Ferrari's goal is to reduce anything that might slow the car down, like turbulence caused by safety devices. Enrico Cardile, who's in charge of Ferrari's car design, explains that they're listening closely to what their drivers say. They're turning their ideas into reality, aiming to create a car that's easier to drive and allows the drivers to push it to the limit. Ferrari isn't restricting themselves in their design process. They want a car that's strong and performs well on the track. The prospect of a 7-time champion, Lewis Hamilton, joining Ferrari in 2025 adds a layer of pressure to the team's 2024 campaign. With this impending change, there's an air of uncertainty, especially regarding Carlos Sainz, who currently occupies one of Ferrari's driver's seats. The knowledge that he will be replaced by Hamilton in 2025 could potentially affect Sainz's mindset and performance on the track. Carlos Sainz is facing a time of uncertainty about his future, but his dedication to Ferrari's success in the 2024 season remains firm. Despite the upcoming changes in 2025, Sainz is still hungry for wins and championships. He says the hunger to win races, the hunger to become champions, doesn't change just because of what's happening in 2025. Sainz believes in teamwork. He's ready to support Charles Leclerc's quest for the championship, even if it means sacrificing his own chances. He explains, if it came down to it, he would help Leclerc make a run for the championship. This shows how much he values working together towards Ferrari's goals. Though Sainz understands the importance of the 2024 season, his ultimate dream is to become a world champion, regardless of the team. He says, "My ultimate target is to become world champion in general." Sainz is prepared for whatever comes his way and is focused on the present. He's eager to start the season and give his best efforts. As Ferrari prepares for the first race in Bahrain, team principal Vasseur emphasizes the importance of staying on the right track. He wants to ensure that Ferrari maintains its progress and momentum from the previous season. Vasseur believes that results will come if they continue moving in the right direction. He says, "The most important thing in Bahrain is to be convinced that we are going in the right direction." Vasseur stresses the need for consistency and improvement, both on and off the track. What are your thoughts about Ferrari's 2024 car? Share your opinions in the comments section below. That will be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can always watch more amazing videos like this. See you in the next video.